So back in 1999, I was at an exotic animal industry event, and I met Jim Nutter, the owner and operator of Pet Pro products, and he has been one of the best mentors to me and very valuable to me as on a personal level, as a friend, and as a company to partner with. So one of the things that makes Pet Pro unique is their patented process in creating their food. Typically when food is made, dry ingredients are come together, maybe some water, it's mixed, and then it's either steamed, baked, sometimes things are slow dried, but generally it's a low temperature over a long period of time that cooks the food and sterilizes it. So when you think about cooking food at your house, think about carrots. There's a lot of different ways that you can cook or eat carrots. You can do carrots raw. You can steam them, which is one method. You can bake them. You can boil them. You can pressure can them. And you can even puree them and put them in a food processor or a juicer. So your carrots will have different amounts of nutrition depending on the quality of carrot, whether it's organic, whether it's mass produced, the age of the carrot. So there's a lot of different factors that go into the nutrition of the carrot. So the thing that we're going to talk about now is processing, like I mentioned. So the longer you cook a food, typically the less nutrition it has. The nutrition evaporates over time is a quick summary. So a food that is eaten raw will typically have more nutrition than something that's been canned or pressure canned and sitting on a shelf for a long period of time. So the way Pet Pro makes their food is dry ingredients come together and it's blended and ground, but it's ground at such a high speed that the friction that's grinding the food is what creates the heat. That heat is very hot and it happens very quickly. So the food is brought to a very high temperature, and then in less than 30 seconds, it's through the grinding process and it's cooled. So there is no added heat like steaming, baking, boiling, anything like that to create the food. All of the heat that sterilizes the food and cooks the starches to make them digestible, it all happens using friction created heat in less than 30 seconds. What that does is it creates a highly digestible food. So the animals have more bioavailability to the nutrients. So the starches, like the rice and the oatmeal that's in the food, are cooked, so now they're digestible, but the vitamins and nutrients aren't cooked out. So it's not evaporated out over time in a long drawn out cooking process. So now we have a highly bioavailable food. So the animals eat less, they poop less, they smell less, and in the long run, it costs less to feed them because they're able to utilize and process the food rapidly.